Hey deal makers, I'm John Simcoe, this is Michael Nwani. We're going to share with you a story about where dressing ridiculously like this would have actually got me the deal. I lost out because I looked too good. Hey deal makers, Michael Nwani is with me. He's one of the contractors that I've used for many years. He's a super smart contractor. He's read Rich Dad Poor Dad. He goes to seminars, he studies, and that's what qualifies him to be my contractor because he knows what I'm going through when I'm making my real estate deals. He knows how I make my decisions, and that ultimately helps him know whether or not he's going to get a job or not based on some of the pricing and number goals that I need to hit. But there was one time when Michael Nwani was at a job. When your contractor's at a job, they can often get all kinds of helpful tips and hints that they can give to you. This is called bird dogging. And when someone's bird dogging, they're selling leads or information. And as a real estate investor, you want to be able to ask contractors and handymen to be able to send you leads because they go in houses and talk to homeowners before realtors do. It's a chance for you to get in the front door and be able to get a lead. One time, Michael came across one of these such leads and he gave me a call. Michael, how did you come across this lead?
Okay, I'm glad to be here, guys. So we got this call for a renovation project, and usually I will go in my work truck with my business card. So the property was a really rundown property, and while talking with the owners, they told me that was their first property. So you can tell they were, emotionally attached to the house. But now they were in a situation where this lovely property of theirs that they lived in for 7 years had been run down. So we went through the rooms and it was drugs everywhere. And he was, deliberating, should I sell it? Should I renovate it? Or if I could get someone to just take it, since the market is a downtown market, what do you recommend? He asked. So I said, oh, you know what? I got someone that might be able to help. And I give a call to John.
So when I got the call from Michael, and now you have to be able to respond to a lead quickly, but maybe I went to this one just a little too fast. I just come from doing a lunchtime presentation. I was in my suit and tie, and you can see what that looks like in my 3 costumes video. But I showed up in my suit and tie, I was driving my Porsche, and when I showed up to this house, the guy was there, the owner, and he said to me, the very first thing he says, "You think you're gonna buy my house and get a good deal looking like that?" Like the first thing. Now, at that point in time, my Porsche has become an old car. I keep it in good shape. It looks good, but it's still a Porsche. It's not worth nearly as much as people think, but it has that stigma. On top of that, I had my suit and tie on, and I was looking super sharp, and I was going to go and try and negotiate a great deal on the property. He saw money bags coming, and he thought maybe I might be there to take advantage of him. So at the end of the day, he judged me immediately from my appearance. The funny thing is that he was a guy who was actually driving like a brand new Ford F-350, and that thing cost way more than any Porsche like mine would ever have costed if they were both brand new side by side on the showroom. So he was actually driving a more expensive vehicle, but he's looking at me like I'm big money bags showing up in that fancy car. It was completely the wrong way to go. I would have been far better off dressing ridiculously like I am now, or even a little bit nicer, but not too much when I showed up.
All right, so the lesson we got from this was introducing John as my part of my team gave me very good credibility with the client in the sense that he took our recommendation moving forward. We ended up getting the project. We renovated the house. It cost about $90,000 to bring it to the point where he was able to rent it back to his friend. And although we were happy doing the renovation, John missed out on that deal.
That's right. That was a time when looking a little too sharp and being a little too polished actually allowed me to lose my lunch. Michael still got the job. If I had bought the place, he would have still got the job, and he was lucky to have been able to get it because it did look good knowing that a professional had been recommending Michael's work, but it was not enough for me to be able to get a deal on the house. So those are my tips on why it's important to dress the part and know the audience that you're going to be going to see. Know what you want to accomplish at the end of that meeting and make sure that you're dressing appropriately. I got 2 free gifts for you. One is a Facebook group where we cover how to be able to scale your real estate investing business. Michael Nwani does real estate investing as well. He's inside the group. Come join and say hi to both of us inside. You can network with us, go over stories. You can definitely ask Michael what people should be looking for in a contractor in their own cities, what they should be doing, make sure they're not overpaying, make sure the quality's there, how not to get burned. So come in the Facebook group and interact with myself and Michael. You can ask us any questions. We'll help you get more deals done, make more money in each of your deals. Also, I have a newsletter that I write each month. It's called Deal Flow Monthly. I'm not into sending out a ton of spam or marketing emails that just clog up your inbox. I'm here to deliver real value and tips that I feel would have been really helpful to me when I was getting started real estate investing. Inside the newsletter, you can get those very same tips to be able to shortcut your success. Make sure you sign up for it. The link is in the description. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.